1, 2, 3, let's go.
Wednesday afternoon, hoping you will tune into our show. It's hosted by Cuz.
Welcome back to the Alien Spaceship Talk Show podcast. And in case you're just joining us, you're listening to the Alien Spaceship Talk Show podcast with Emmy, Hikins and Trevor.
Yeah, just to say there, it could be one of the reasons we may not have focused on the other person involved is because there wasn't one.
Oh, okay.
I'm not making light of the accident, but it was the only vehicle involved. It was like a £230,000 Ferrari, wasn't it? And I think that's also what makes the headlines. It's not just a famous footballer. He broke his leg, actually. So whether he will recover enough to play Premier League football is another matter. And just to go back to what you were saying, of course, I think I hadn't woken up at first when you said about Rob. I forget his other name, as you say, but this motor neurone disease he's got, isn't it? Which is very degenerative, as you say. And as I understand it, there's not normally a long lifespan given to people who get that. But of course, Professor Stephen Hawking was diagnosed at a fairly young age, I believe, probably in his 20s. And he died, was it last year? Fairly recently anyway, a couple of years ago. And he lived, well, I suppose maybe 40 years, 35, 40 years. So that was quite exceptional. And the world had the benefit of his brilliant mind in terms of the universe and all sorts of other things. But yeah, it's famous people definitely bring a particular issue, a health matter or anything else to the forefront, don't they? Because by definition, it's public interest, I suppose. And one of the things that, you know, I've talked about before, and at some point we'll talk about again in terms of anxiety, is depression. Because again, it's a very good example of what you said. You read autobiographies, or you listen, you watch what people say in the press, and a lot of famous people do and have suffered depression. I mean, I remember reading a few years ago now, Brian May, the brilliant guitarist from Queen, and in fact, he recently had a stroke, and I think he's still recovering. But he always talked about the paralysis of depression, which shows he understands just the horrible illness, if you like, depression can be. And people like John Cleese, Basil Fawlty, as we remember him.
Yeah.
But he's still going strong. And he's well known for having suffered depression. And indeed, it seems very often that comedians are more likely, I don't know whether it's true, but it seems more likely to suffer from depression than people who are not in that line. So I guess when they're seen in public outside of their performances, people are often surprised that they're not laughing and joking. I remember reading years ago, really, about Eric Morecambe of Morecambe and Wise, who were a very funny pair on the TV. And particularly Eric Morecambe, he had this zany, humorous approach to everything. He was very funny. But I remember somebody in probably a newspaper article said they met him and they were disappointed in a way because he was a lovely man, but he wasn't cracking jokes. He wasn't acting stupidly as he does on TV, or he did on TV. So I think, again, it's a mask, isn't it, that people wear. We all wear masks sometimes, I think.
We're going to take a short break now. We're back shortly. You've been listening to the Alien Spaceship Talk Show with Trevor and Emmy Hikins. The Alien Spaceship Talk Show podcast is looking for sponsors. If you're a company out there looking to spread the word about the products and services you provide, please get in touch with Deepstuff Radio Podcast on info@deepstuffrecords.com, or to use the contact form on our website to contact us, please visit radio.deepstuffrecords.com. Also, if you're looking to get involved on the Alien Spaceship Talk Show podcast, reach out via our Deepstuff Radio Facebook page. Thank you.
Wednesday afternoon. Hoping you will tune into our show. It's hosted by Cuz. The leader of our gang will make the show go with a bang and fund the aim of everything Cuz does. And fund the aim of everything Cuz does.